Alright, those zombie things you guys have made have done a fantastic job at making money. So with our new game Black Ops 2, we want to do something exciting, something groundbreaking, and something big. I say we take our zombies thing and make it big. Sir, I think you missed the point of a zombies map. You're fired. And so it was. For their 2012 release of Call of Duty, Treyarch made their initial zombies map the biggest zombies map to have ever been released. And everyone, myself included, fucking hated it. TranZit was the first map to come out with Black Ops 2 on release. It premiered as an exciting and expansive new addition to the COD franchise with new and exciting features, such as buildables, various tools that you could craft to aid the player, a bus that would transport the player from area to area while being attacked, 2 new enemies, the denizens and the Avogadro. And last but not least, the worst wonder weapon ever made. The jet gun. Oh, the jet gun. I will get to you later. To acquire the jet gun, the player must collect different jet gun parts from various locations offered by the map. The bus depot, featuring quick revive and nothing else. The diner, being the spawn point for the mystery box and speed cola. The farm, I don't know shit about the farm, I've only been there once. Just don't bother. The power station, where you activate the power and unleash the Avogadro. And finally, the town, containing a bank vault where the pack-a-punch machine can be assembled. That's right, assembled. It doesn't just spawn there like with every other map. You have to build it. Presumably because the devs had a bad day and went full on passive-aggressive mode. Oh, you want a pack-a-punch machine? Fine, but do it yourself. Before you have the privilege of upgrading your guns, however, you will have to turn on the power by doing, guess what? Finding all the power switch pieces, including the cut-off arm, and doing it yourself. I wish I was joking. And if that wasn't bad enough, guess what else turning on the power does? It unleashes the let's just call him Lightning Fucker. Lightning Fucker is a godlike creature accidentally created by the attempt to harness the element 115's power for good, creating an electrical-looking being that honestly isn't too annoying. Compared to the denizens, he only shows up occasionally, and if you're in the bus, he's just a minor nuisance you have to knife 5 times. One thing that I really like about him is that you can prevent him from appearing if you wait for the thunderstorm to disappear before ending the round. Not to mention that the thunderstorm adds to the apocalyptic vibe this map features in droves, which is really freaking neat. But you know what's not neat? These fucking things. The denizens. Why? My best guess is that they're there to prevent the player from wandering from location to location on foot, but you can already just do that even if they are constantly attacking you. In my time playing TranZit, I found 3 ways to counter these little bastards. You either 1, let them jump on your head and you knife them 5 times, killing them. This, however, might also kill you. Not because the denizens do a lot of damage, but because they slow down the player, making you extremely vulnerable to lava and the zombies chasing you. Your second option is far better. Simply shoot them mid-air before they latch onto you. Sounds difficult, but it's surprisingly easy. The only downsides of this tactic is that you quickly chew through all your ammo, which you need. The third tactic is the hardest, but the most beneficial. By taking advantage of a glitch found by speedrunners, you can kill the denizens with 2 quick knife hits before they latch onto you. This is done by whipping out the turbine you can build at the start of the map and knifing them at a precise time. Sounds difficult, but it's incredibly satisfying if you can get the hang of it. Not because it's difficult to pull off, but because anytime you get to kill one of those fuckers, you feel like a walking horror story that daddy denizens tell their kids about.
None of you seem to understand. I'm not locked in here with you.
You're locked in here with me!
Besides, if my stupid ass can do it, you can do it too. But Leon, why don't you just stay in the bus? Well, let me explain it to you. The bus is too fucking slow. This would be perfectly fine if you could directly control the bus, but instead it's controlled by this dunce, simply known as the bus driver, who's responsible for driving the bus, alerting players to zombies trying to break in, and throwing the player out if he's been shot or knifed too many times. The bus driver makes a loop around the map, stopping at all major locations. How long he stays at those locations is determined by A, if a player is on board, B, if the doors are closed, and C, how much the bus driver feels like making you struggle. Not to mention how frustrating this bus can be when one of your friends gets downed while the bus is leaving.
Shut up, Larry. Your fault you got downed. I don't care if you have a ray gun. I'm not leaving this bus!
Did I mention that you can upgrade the bus? I probably should have mentioned that. The reason you want to take the bus and not walk on foot is twofold. To avoid the denizens and to avoid the lava. Speaking of which, fuck the lava. Getting blinded by simply trying to walk from point A to point B is incredibly frustrating, and even deadly if you play your cards wrong. Forcing players to jump over even small cracks or crevices on the ground, in addition to the dodging and weaving you need to play zombies. Now you. ladies and gentlemen, I present to you the worst wonder weapon ever made. Worse than the Paralyzer, worse than the Winter's Howl. I hate this thing. Now, the weapon itself isn't entirely useless, but the process of getting it is absurd. Let me run you through it. Step 1. Try not to get abandoned by the bus as you jump out at the tunnel to very quickly grab the first part. If you don't manage to get back on the bus, which is very likely, you'll have to haul your ass on foot back to the farm while getting attacked by denizens. Then, go to the workbench found at the bus's last stop, town, and slap that bad boy on the workbench after paying to open the bar. Step 2. Go to the recreation of Nacht und Toten and get the second part while again being attacked by denizens. Then, you run your ass back to town and add the part to the workbench. Step 3. Head back into the denizen-infested fog outside of town and grab the third part from the hunter's cabin. Go back to town and slap that son bitch on the workbench. Step 4. Go to the power station, build the power switch, unleash the lightning fucker, drop down to this platform, and grab the last part, while most likely getting abandoned by the bus. Now, one last time, all without dying, mind you, you go back to the town and finally acquire the jet gun. Your reward? A wonder weapon with unlimited ammo that you can only use for 12 seconds before you either let it cool down for 2 minutes or accidentally break the thing by overheating it and starting this whole process over again. This footage you're seeing here took me 9 hours to get. 9 hours. Now, let's compare that to how you acquire one of the best wonder weapons COD Zombies has ever seen. The Thunder Gun. Step 1. Hit the box. That's it. This thing I cannot believe they would have such a long and drawn out process when every other wonder weapon could just be gotten from the box. I do not understand it, and I will never ever forget how much I hate this map for this one singular feature. But I have to give credit where credit is due. There is one particular part of TranZit that is worth playing. One part of TranZit that I personally love with all my heart, and I'd be lying if I said that I'd wish this map never existed. The one thing TranZit has got going for it is not the TranZit mode itself, but rather the survival modes you can play instead on the various locations. This particular survival map is not only fun, but challenging. In fact, I'd say it's one of the most rewarding maps you'll ever play. That map is Town Survival Mode. Town Survival Mode is what TranZit should have been. It removes the bus, it removes the denizens, it removes the stupid building mechanics and replaces it with the tried and true zombies experience that we're all used to. Let me explain. When you spawn into Town Survival Mode, you'll immediately take notice of two things. 1. Pack-a-Punch is ready to go from round 1, and 2. You're given the classic choice between the high damage Olympia and the point scoring M14. After you make that decision, you'll want to make your way up to the mystery box, get a rifle, and build up some points for Juggernaut. Then, Pack-a-Punch to your heart's content. This is a low IQ strategy, however. To get to the higher rounds, you'll need to learn to train on one of the most close quarters maps ever created. To gain this ability, you must first let go of your lust, particularly your lust of speed cola, because to train effectively on this map, you'll want to keep those bank doors closed. This is so you can run an 8 pattern between the bank door and the stamina up. It won't be easy, but with enough practice and patience, you'll become a zombie dodging machine. This ain't no Kino der Toten, buddy. The zombies here will corner you if you're not paying attention, so pack a ray gun and a big old pair of bombs, because for this train, you'll need both to get to round 30. Once you have this down and spot an opening, run into the bank and shoot them with either the ray gun, Mustang and Sally, or preferably the ray gun Mark II, if you are lucky enough to get it from the box, that is. To me, Town is some of the most fun you can have playing Black Ops 2. Its trains are thrilling, its pack-a-punch machine is easy, and its progression is simple. Everything TranZit is not. Overall, the biggest problem with TranZit is not the jet gun, or the buildables, or the bus, or the lava, or the denizens. No. I believe the biggest problem plaguing TranZit is that it's boring. The average progression of TranZit is very complicated and drawn out, compared to the simplicity of a map like Kino der Toten. In Kino der Toten, you kill some zombies, open a few doors, and bam, you're rewarded with a great location to train zombies and access the teleporters used to get Pack-a-Punch. And after that, you get to take a break from training zombies on the stage to go Pack-a-Punch whatever gun your little heart desires, with all those points you've collected. On TranZit, you're almost entirely dependent on the bus, which wouldn't be so bad if the player could control it and didn't have to worry about zombies constantly breaking in. To fix this map, you'd have to cut down the size, remove the denizens, and let the player dictate when the bus comes and leaves. Without these changes, all you're left with is a brutal, boring, and frustrating map that makes friends abandon each other for a wonder weapon not worth getting. In conclusion, whoever's responsible for the creation of TranZit, I will find you and firebomb your house. Thanks for watching.